we are going to clean the Chicago traffic collision dataset. First one, we are importing the pandas library. Second one, we are loading the CSV file using the read CSV function. Next one, df.headoff, that will display the first 5 files from the traffic set. Next one, we are converting the capital format into the lowercase format using this string.loera function. So here after this, all the column names, headings will have the headings in a lower format. Next one, check for the null values in the crash date. Here no rows having the having null values. Next one, we are converting the date into the correct format using this function. Next one, we are standardizing the categorical values. When we look at the traffic data set, we are having the short form NSEW for the street direction. So after this step, what happens is we are standardizing the values. The cleaned data set will have the forms like north, south, east and west. We are printing the columns using the df.columns of function. Next one, we are checking for any duplicate values in the data set. There is no duplicate values. After that, we are using the drop NA function. It will drop the null values in the crash date. Check whether any crash date function crash date column rows is empty, then it will be dropped. Here I am applying the filters. In the traffic dataset, we are having the rows from 2018 to 2023. So here I am applying the filters. Just I want to analyze only 2023 data. So here I am applying the filter. So after this, the number of rows have been reduced from 90,000 to 50,000 in the clean data set. Next one, we are dropping the duplicate values in the crash date. Next one, this is same as to the previous case. We are applying the abbreviations or abbreviations for the short form in the street name. Check for the duplicate values. Next one, we are dropping the columns whichever is unnecessary. So here you are using the columns to drop. Next one, checking for the null values in the injuries fatal function. Injuries fatal column. It displays 192 rows having null values. So we are displaying the rows which are having null values. So after that, we are applying the fill NA function. So to fill the missing values in the injuries fatal. After applying this, when we print the null values in the injuries fatal, it displays 0. Similarly, we are filling the missing values using mean, median and mode. Just we are imputing the values. So here I am applying the mode function to fill in the missing values. Here I am applying the median function to handle the missing values. Next one, I am using the forward fill and backward fill function. If there is any null values in the street name, that will be filled with the previous value using the ffill value, and similarly if there is any null values, it will be filled with the backward values. So here it is df.isNulla function. It will check for the null values in the in all the columns. Here it displays 0, that is all the columns having no null values, and in this column crash date, ESTI, 68,000, 73,000, 72,000, these values I have dropped so that I haven't replaces or fill the missing values. Here I am applying the columns whichever is unnecessary, I have dropped all those columns. These cleaned columns have been displayed, printed using the print df clean function. Next one, I am loading the cleaned dataset into the tra1.csv file. Here I am using the box plot to display the outliers into this fatal function, fatal column. Okay, with this part 1 is completed. Next to part 2, to display the visualization patterns, here I am using box plot, bar plot, line plot and scatter plot, heat map, bar chart, everything I have applied. I have created 20 visualizations. First we are loading the cleaned dataset using the read CSV function. First one, to find the create the visualization pattern for number of accidents per month. Here I am using the bar chart. Second one, number of crash count by weather condition. Here I am using the bar plot again. Crash count, number of crash count by weather condition. Third one, to find the number of accidents per hour of the day in Chicago. Here I am using the line plot. Fourth one, to find the impact of the road conditions on collision. Here I am using the histogram. Fifth one, to find the distribution of fatal injuries per hour of the day of January month. Here I am using the line plot. Sixth one, to find the distribution of the number of crashes per lighting condition. Here I am visualized using scatter plot. Number of crashes due to the lighting condition. So during the daylight, how many number of crashes have been plotted? During the dawn condition, how many number of crashes have been plotted using the scatter plot. Next one, distribution of number of crashes. Seventh one, due to road defect. Here I am using the bar plot. Eighth one, here I am using the histogram for calculating the damage caused for the hit and run accidents. Histogram, 8th one. The next one, 9th one, distribution of the time difference between the crash date and police notification date. Here I am using the box plot to find the time difference. Next one, 10th one, to find the primary contributory cause for the collisions. Here I have printed the top first 10 causes, primary causes for the collision. 11th one, to visualize the injury types in the traffic collision. Here I am using the bar chart. 12th one, to visualize the streets having the number of crash counts. So I am visualizing using the bar chart. 13th one, heat map for weather conditions and severity levels. Here I am using the heat map. 14th one, to find the number of crashes by device condition using bar chart. Next one, to find the proportion of the crashes by road alignment. Here I am using the pie chart. 16th one, to find the beat occurrence in the street direction over time. Here I am using the line chart. Box plot. Next one, 17th one, to find the secondary contributory cause for the collision. Here I am displayed using the bar chart. 18th one, distribution of the report type for the collision. Using the box plot. 19th one, to find the number of collisions in dark and wet conditions in Chicago using the histogram. And 20th one, to find the number of collisions by posted speed limit. This has been displayed using the bar plot. So all the 20 visualizations have been done. Thank you.